Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. As regard knowledge is concerned, after having heard Shvetashvatar Upanishad for sufficiently long time, now what remains is, now the ball is in your court. Now you have to work on it. But that working should be based on the foundation of knowledge, not a mechanical lifestyle. So the foundation of knowledge is, there are two aspects in our being. One is the action, kriya aspect. Second is the knowledge aspect, jnana shakti. We have to be consciously aware of this. When we think of any object, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, so whatever image we have in our understanding, that will appear in front of our mind. And then all the thoughts will be pertaining to that. So the seed thought is responsible for creating subsequent flow of thoughts. And if the seed thought is pertaining to something finite, something past, something future, then you cannot suspend the thought formation. And therefore, with this understanding, now we have to play how can we remain more and more in the present. Now that is our spiritual practice. So, we start playing. Think of someone whom we have troubled in the past, and think of him. The mind will be in a mess. After this experiment is done, and we have learned that when we think of something which is not palatable to us, disturbs the very poise of our mind, then think of someone whom we like, whom we are very much attached to, and then you will see the thought flow has no end. It will go on thinking. After this experiment is done, then the third experiment. Try to remain indifferent, good or bad. Remaining indifferent means we have no comments to offer. As the time passes, we will discover that thoughts are not problems. It is the thought flow which is carrying us along with that, and then we are lost, either in the past or in the future. So what should be a conscious lifestyle? Conscious lifestyle is that we have to see that a thought flow is not formed. Then again learn from your experiences. When the theme is finite, the thought flow cannot be stopped. When the theme is infinite, thought flow cannot happen. Whatever is finite, that alone can be comprehended, thought of by the mind. Mind cannot comprehend that which is infinite. So what is infinite and what is finite? So the world is finite. World means nama rupa. Asti bhati priya nam rupa iti panchamshakam adyatrayam brahma rupam jagad rupam tatodvayam. Satchidananda aspect of this world is reality. Name and form is the illusion superimposed on the reality. Two things. So, now we have to do nothing with reference to this Satchidananda that we are. Please sit, Amma. Don't worry. So, Satchidananda is our essential nature, which we have to do nothing. Now, what troubles us, bothers is the name and the form. See? So, if we remove the name and the form, what remains is Satchidananda. Now take a gross example to understand this. Ornament is name, form plus gold. If we are giving too much importance to name and the form, we have devalued the importance of gold. But if our attention is on the gold, name and the form will be secondary. If this is clear, then we start playing now, meditation. Whether you are sitting with the eyes open, sitting on the sea beach, or anywhere, even if you are walking, everywhere this you can go on playing. When you play, then you are in the present. You cannot play yesterday, you cannot play tomorrow. You have to play today, right now. So, we start playing. What is the word name and the form? Ornament, name and the form. So, names and forms are many. Nameless, formless is one. So, name is the sound. Sounds are many, silence is one. First step to dive deep in our being, this is the first step. That we try to catch the gap between two sounds. So, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. A flow will be formed. So after learning that a flow is being formed, then we take the second step. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Slowly and steadily, we start increasing the gap between two words. So, what is our experience? We are experiencing the absence of the sound. Unless we have achieved this state, this position, this understanding, next is not possible. So, Om Namah Shivaya. First gap initially is hardly 0.1 second. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Now slowly increase. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Then continue further. Now let us increase more. So you are playing. You are not chanting Lord's name. You are just playing. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. When this is slowly and steadily widened, the gap, then one day by God's grace, we come to discover that the sound also we are illuminating, we are knowing, we are the knower of the sound, Om Namah Shivaya. Not only that, we also know the absence of the sound. So, when we chant Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, so many times, that means we have known the gap also between the words. But when we do it consciously to learn this, then approach is different. So, ultimately we come to know that presence or absence of the sound is equal for us. When Om Namah Shivaya is said, nothing is added to me. When there is a silence, I have not lost anything. See, this experience is like what? Whether there is an object in front of the mirror, reflection is there. If the object has gone, is there any loss to the mirror? Mirror is the same. Same way, whether the Lord's name is there or not, meaning presence and absence of anything. Now, what is anything? World is only two things, name and a form. So, we begin with the name, sound. So, when we catch this point of your spiritual practice, then naturally we will start remaining silent. Because now we are playing with ourselves. We are not interested in anything else. We are now working directly on the mind. Working directly on the mind is like an attempt to dissolve the ice cube in the water. Waves don't come from outside. Where from the waves come? From within the ocean. And what is the cause? The cause is external air pressure. Similarly, our mind, every thought, good or bad, it comes from within the mind, doesn't come from outside. Now, what is the cause? External pressure of name and form. When we see the form, pressure has come. And that will create a thought. Oh, how beautiful it is. And then second object comes. It is too dirty. Another thought has come. In this manner, when we are interacting with the world, if the presence or absence of things in this world is an issue for us, we cannot stop thought formation. Ashtavkraji tells Janak Maharaja, Muktim ichhasi chettata vishayan vishavatyaja. Daya kshama piyushavad bhaja. If you want to attain fulfillment in life, do not allow the external objects, things and beings, names and the forms influence us. Something can influence us if we have given importance. See? Now what happens to your bank balance? I have no interest. So I cannot have disturbance because of that. So, how we are caught up in this world is only because of this. We have given importance to something or somebody. Desha, Kala, Vastu, Vyakti, Paristhiti. These are the 5 things. We have given some undue importance. And that undue importance creates turmoil in the mind. That turmoil is samsara. Samsara is not outside. Samsara is in our mind. And that samsara is a turmoil in the mind. See? When this is clear, then we will slowly start practicing it as our spiritual practice. Whether we are sitting all by ourselves or we are walking, everywhere you will discover new techniques. See, what is the greatness of an artist? Suppose somebody is a singer. What is the greatness? Every time he discovers something new in the art of singing. It is not the same thing like a MP3. Same thing you are playing. No. Everything sometimes new. In some house I went, I don't remember where, and I told him, I said, hey, let's go and have food somewhere out. Hamidi, I'll tell you something. You will not get food anywhere as best as my wife can cook it. I said, surprising, you are praising your wife? Yes. Because she has a hobby of cooking. And it is not the same thing. She is doing so many experiments, beautiful. And from that she discovers new. And she is so happy with it. The joy is in discovery. In mechanical activity, there is no joy. Discover. So, when we discover this, that all the disturbances in our mind are because we have given importance to name or the form. So, we have taken example of name. So, slowly we start increasing the gap. So, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Now these words, they permeate in and through every cell of your body. No hurry. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And this experience, as it becomes frequently, to that extent, we start remaining alone without becoming lonely. That is the first symptom of proximity to the divine. Now, what is closest to us? Closest to us is space. Other four elements can be at a distance, but the space is closer than the closest. Now this space has got two things. One is Tanmatrai Shabda, names, sounds, and space support the forms, Rupa. So when we conquer Shabda and Rupa, we transcend the space. And what is beyond space? Tasmat Atmanaha Akasha Sambhutaha. The neighbor of the space is Paramatma. If your neighbor is a disco studio, without any effort you get everything. If our neighbor is space, the neighbor of the space is Paramatma. So we will get the bliss that we are. And that we are not getting from anything or anybody, but it will be revealed. That is discovery. So we have to spend some time with ourselves, but not in a serious manner, but a proper understanding, intelligent manner, not intellectual manner. And if we are convinced of this, then we will discover different techniques. It will not be a mechanical spiritual life. So slowly our attention is on absence of sound. For that, we have told you two techniques. Listen, do not talk to yourself. So you are not producing sound because there is no external pressure of anything to comment upon. So you are silent. Do not talk to yourself. The second thing is listen to silence. We have no control over the sounds coming from other sources. So the only thing that can be achieved is listen to silence, means don't react to any sound. See? Whether eyes are open or closed, whether we are sitting in Padmasana or in a chair, makes no difference. And you will see here, be very attentive, there is no pressure anywhere inside the body. When they do the yoga or Kundalini, they develop pressure. And it is forcibly doing something. It is not allowing the bud to open in its rhythm of natural manifestation. When you open a bud with force, because you want very fast results, that bud will be destroyed. Neither there will be fragrance, nor the flower, nor the beauty. Exactly the same way. When in other paths like yoga, Kundalini, etc., they force. Force is not required. Let the evolution takes its own time. What is the hurry? Suppose you are realized, what next? Chalo chai peete hain. What else? Therefore, spiritual life is not a time-bound scheme. Relax and learn. So, this one with ourselves. When we are alone, try how long we do not talk to ourselves. And if we talk, rather than condemning ourselves, find out we are talking because we have something in our head which is bugging us. Therefore we talk. And the second thing is, when we listen to silence, we are indifferent to all the sounds, good or bad. Net result, we will be nearer and closer to the space. This is one time. Now the second time. Sounds also are produced by us when we make a comment or talk to somebody. See? First is making comment. That has become our second nature. So after we make the comment, forget about it. Don't carry the burden. And if we do not forget, that means we had some intention behind the comment. See? One day, to one lady in Mumbai, I was doing something and I told her, and she did it wrong. So I scolded her. Alright, Dumbo, Beokuf, this is not the way. It was all over. Afterwards, again, whatever tea, coffee we were having, work and all that. He said, Swamiji, when you scolded me, did you feel bad about it? I said, no, why should I feel bad? You don't feel bad? I said, no. I said, now let me ask you a question. When I scolded you, did you get hurt? He said, no. दोनों बेशरम है. Friends, if your actions create a guilt in your mind, you are going the wrong way. See, friends, what is the guilt? Disrespecting one's own knowledge in action. How important it is. Now this is one part, now the second part. When we talk to anybody on any topic, just pause and fix your number. Suppose 20. This experiment I did in a Wellam Girls' School in Dehradun many years before. That is one of the most prestigious and rich schools. So, after my satsang was over, one student asked the question, Swamiji, how to stop anger? I become too angry. I said, very simple technique. When the anger comes, before it is expressed, you start counting and decide your number, 20. So start counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly, by the time you come to 20, that pressure of anger is reduced to some extent. Swamiji, I did like that. What? 120. Dhadal. You have to go step by step. But sometimes it doesn't happen. What is to be done? That 20 is not enough. Then your number is different. You find out your number. Suppose your number is 50. Then count in your mind 1 to 50. And one day you will discover this simple technique is so effective that gives some time for the mind to react. And in that time, the inner pressure which is developed by default, it will slowly die away. See, my friends. Now this technique has to be applied everywhere. So before we talk to anybody on any topic, in any way, ask a question to yourself. Don't ask them, ask to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? My friends, I give you guarantee, in 99% cases, you will say there is no need to talk. No need to talk. See? Similarly, second thing you can ask yourself, has anybody asked you? No. Why are you telling? In two areas we talk to others. One, to give suggestion, comment, evaluate, suggest. So there the mantra is, who asked you? Nobody. Then keep quiet. Second thing, before talking, is it necessary to talk? No. So keep quiet. In due time, you will learn this art of unwanted gossip will end. And when you are quiet without becoming depressed, when you are quiet without frustration, when you are quiet without loneliness, then to that extent our mind is in a process of dissolving in consciousness. And what is consciousness? Bliss. Then through such a mind, only happiness will flow. And what is happiness? Living at zero complaint level. Happiness doesn't mean hey all the time. See? So two factors we are worked on. World is name and form. We have taken name. This experience is such that you are quiet, alert, everything you are experiencing, but the mind is not reacting. Neither it is sleeping, nor it is agitated. It is quiet. So 50% world we have conquered if we achieve this. Because the world is name and form. 50% we have conquered. Now, if this is accepted, appreciated and digested, then you will understand the meaning of the Dhyana Shloka of Dakshinamurti Stotra. What is said there? Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varsishtante Vasad Rishiganaihi Avrutam Brahma Nishtaihi Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudramananda Rupam Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurti Mide. Mechanical translation in English and Hindi will be available. But it should mean something to us. Therefore, when Lord Dakshinamurti was sitting and all the wise people, great saints and sages, they came and asked, Sir, please tell us the truth. And Bhagavan Dakshinamurti did not start lecture. Okay, let us start. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. No. He did like this. If I were sitting there, what I would have done? Taken out this snuff. This is not a snuff mudra. See? Jnana mudra. Jnana mudra. Now here you get the ultimate instruction of spiritual life. Ultimate. This world is an expansion. Therefore, the word used is prapancha. Pachi vistare is the dhatu. Expansion. An extreme expansion. Prapancha. Pancha also means 5. So, prapancha is the expansion of the 5 or expansion of the 1 into 5. See? So, there are first Atmanaha, Akasha, then Vayu, Agni, water and earth. 5. So, Pancha Mahabhutas. Then these Pancha Mahabhutas have got Pancha Tanmatras, another 5. 5 into 5. Independent variables are multiplied. See? So, the 5 elements, 5 tanmatras. 5 jnanendriyas, again multiplied by 5. 5 karmendriyas, another multiplied by 5. 5 objects, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, multiplied by 5. See? That is the reason God has given us 5 fingers. See? So, prapancha is expansion of the 5. Therefore, Grama Panchayat, 5. So, we are also given 5 fingers. Now, these 5 fingers are used to transcend the prapancha without talking. So, this small finger is the Annamaya Kosh. Pancha Koshas, Annamaya Kosh. Then, this wedding finger is Pranamaya Kosh. Because after you put the wedding ring, then only your pran start becoming miserable. Earlier you were happy. Now you pretend. See? So this is Pranamaya Kosha. Then the big finger is Manomaya Kosha. Question comes. Whose body, whose prana, whose mind? Of course, mind. So I, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Now this I, this finger is used by everybody knowingly, unknowingly. If I had to threaten the children in the class, not by this finger, other finger. See? If you don't make silence and make noise, I'll punish you. So they will say, okay sir, go, come back. See? How simple it is. When I had to tell, I am telling you. So that time we use the same finger. I am telling you. I am threatening you. And where is this I? When I say, I use this finger to indicate I and say, I am telling you. No, I am telling you. So unknowingly we all know. This I is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Now this Vijnanamaya Kosha, when identified with the mind, is joy, sorrows. So I am happy, I am miserable, I am confused. See? I am angry. I might identify with this. Then through the mind, this I gets identified with the Pranamaya Kosha. So I am hungry, I am thirsty. In dream also sometime, after having taken excess food, we sleep. And in the dream sometime we dream that I am very hungry. Now which Pranamaya Kosha in dream? See? So this I identified with the Pranamaya Kosha is hunger and thirst. So I am happy, unhappy. I am hungry, thirsty. Then this I gets identified with the body. Then I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am beautiful, I am awful. So presently the politics is this I is with the majority. And Anandamaya Kosha is lonely. And constantly living with this majority, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, what is our life? Working by the body, for the body, on everybody. Beyond that, we do not go at all. Therefore, the yoga fellows tell, if you do yoga regularly, you will live long and you will be healthy. for doing yoga. What will you do by living long? See, if you have to curse somebody, don't. But if you have to curse, may you live long. Behind one truck it was written. Therefore I remember. You may live long and let your grandchildren torture you. See? In any couple, the smart one goes earlier, the dumb remains behind. You know, recently in Rishikesh, we had a retreat. And for some purpose, I had to go to Bangalore. And when I came back, I got a news that there was some accident, bus, and 5 people died and others injured. So, the person, one couple was coming regularly. Chavan, I still remember his name. And his wife died in front of him, crushed. He was there. That time his voice was there. That's what others said. I know I was not there. And when I went to see the bodies in the hospital, he was there. There what he could say, Swamiji, we have been listening to you always. Our children are outside India. Therefore only we two are here. And you said once, the smart one goes earlier. She was smarter than me. He was not miserable. See how simple it is. There is one South Indian couple somewhere, I will not tell you. They used to pray in a very funny manner. See? Before God, oh Lord, he will say, oh Lord, let my wife die earlier. The wife will say, oh Lord, let my husband die earlier. Why funny kind of prayers? The reason is, husband says, if I die earlier, she will suffer. I don't want her to suffer. I can manage myself. See? Because the one who is left over, he or she suffers. But is it not a cruel love? See, if you have got a gangrene and you cut your leg, is it cruelty? See, friends, when your thinking process undergoes change, then this I will learn. Spiritual practice is freedom from body identification, freedom from obsession for the food, freedom from seeking attention of others by showing that I am unlucky, I am miserable, I am unfortunate. See? We carry the burden of these 3 things. Body identification, whole life, food is the only criteria. Now all of us are happy in this beautiful place. Do you know what is one of the most important reasons? Food is good. See? If the food is horrible, then no, everything is fine, but I am surprised they should not give such food in retreats. Only one dal, one sabji, chawal, dal, papad, achar. No sweets. No sweets? No. See, friends, therefore recognize this. Living with this recognition is spiritual practice. Now, we have to start working now. This I has to be separated first from the, where we are nearer to the mind. So first of all, joy and sorrows come in the mind, or dvandva are supported by the mind. See? Joy, sorrows, gain, loss. Everything in this world is in pair. Everything. There is nothing in this world which is singular. Except Paramatma. Joy, sorrows, friend, enemy, good, bad, health, disease, birth, death, doctor, patient. Everything is in pairs. If this is so, what will be the spiritual practice? Accept gracefully and be happy. And how to do that? Living at zero complaint level. This is the spiritual practice told by Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. What I am telling you, the 5th verse of the 15th chapter. This particular mantra I was explaining with this. Nirmana moha, delusion born out of body identification. Jita sanga dosha, dosa mat khao, idli mat khao, ढोकला बिल्कुल ही नहीं खाना. Whole life eating. Nirmana moha, jita sanga dosha, adhyatma nitya. Satsanga, morning, evening, the same talk you listen. One day you will discover what you learn depends on the quality of your mind at the time of listening. See? Then, Adhyatma Nitya, we have to be consciously aware that we are not enslaved by the mind. Mind is an instrument. It should be at our disposal. We should not be carried away by the mind. 3 things. Then, this is what Adhyatma Nitya Vinivritta Kama. So, if we have to write our biography in one sentence, what will write? We have been struggling to fulfill our desires in our whole life, but still they are still pending. Other than fulfilling desire, what we have achieved? And then we try to, no, I don't have bad desire. I was doing good to the society. Who needs you? There is nothing like good or bad desire. What should be the quality? The best example I can think is the flower. A lot of beautiful fragrance. That's it. Doesn't go and, hey, take my fragrance, I am very beautiful. No. Let goodness happen through us. Organized goodness is crime. Organized is only crime. See? So, Vinivritta Kama. Then, last and the most important, Dvandvaihi Vimukta Sukadukha Sajnaihi. He who has transcended the impact of the options, Dvandva. So do not give any options to yourself. Whatever comes, God's grace. Lesser the choices we give, happier we are. Therefore, this I is associated with these 3 majority rules. Therefore, if we are to know what is our life, first body, second thing desire, third thing greed. 3 things. If there is body identification, there will be desires. If there are desires, they putrefy into greed. Want more and more and more. There is no end to it. And then this I is constantly tossing from here to there to here to there. Then what we do, when we are tired, we go to sleep. Now be attentive. When we go to sleep, what happens? This I is slowly detaching itself from, not now, we'll sing it tomorrow, okay? It's detached from the mind. Then, no, I'll take food later, no, I'm feeling sleepy. Detached from the pranamaya kosha. And then, but you have to do exercise, not now, yeah, I'll do exercise. And then this I is now separated from these three and surrendered to its own source, Anandamaya Kosha. See? Going back. This is meditation. And it cannot be done half an hour a day. It cannot be done in a particular situation. See? There was one fat person, and he has not taken food for last 21 days. But how come he's so fat then? I don't know, but he has not taken food for like 21 days. Really? So I met him. I said, hey, what is the secret you tell me, or I want to try? You are not taken food for last 21 days, yet you are so fat. I eat at night. 21 days. I didn't say night. Oh. See, friends. Therefore, Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam. Brahma Tattva manifests when we are free from the obsessions of the body, the food, and the emotions. Here nobody can help us. We have to consciously live on that. And when that becomes, then we are at peace with ourselves. If we are constantly seeking for a company, then we are bored of ourselves. Be at peace without feeling lonely. That is important. And that is the time wherein we can expose ourselves to satsanga, study. Like many people give me books, Swamiji, this is a very good book, you take, okay. But I never read it. Because I remember I used to be mad in reading books, so many. But slowly you come to discover only about the same thing. Something good, something bad, this happened, that happened. No, it is said, once a tiger or a lion tastes the human blood, he never likes to go and kill the sheep and goat. In the same manner, once you taste Shweta Ashwatthana Upanishad, then the worldly things can never attract your mind. It's not that you are running away from that, but earlier where we were so much enchanted, everything disappears. And then you are with everybody and oh, it is so nice, very good, very good. But it is bad. Yes, it is bad. Why hit our head? This all thing that we have discussed, understood, is meant for we have to live in meditation 24/7. It is not giving lecture to others. Come on, I'll teach you meditation. Sit down. No. Working on the mind, by the mind, to transcend the mind is spiritual practice. Body will take care of itself. And the foundation is Dvandvaihi Vimukta. And this is the last point. Dvandvaihi Vimukta. This world is made up of complementary opposites. You have no choice. The only thing is accept the world gracefully or miserably. Whether you want to accept or not is not the choice given. You decide. See? When you accept the things gracefully, you are happy. When you accept the, see, अब क्या करें, then you are miserable. Try and be happy. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ